Hey everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called Cruel Intentions, Why Were They So Mean? And we're gonna go ahead and find out. We have three piles to choose from. We have pile number 1, which is the purple tea light, pile number 2, which is the orange tea light, and pile number 3, which is the red tea light. And you can find links to, or not links, but timestamps to each pile in the description box below, and you're more than welcome to watch more than one pile. Just a little bit of info before I start this reading. Number 1, I'm not doing this reading to explain anyone's bad behavior or to purposely trigger anyone watching this video. 2, if you truly are being treated in a very cruel and mean fashion by someone, I hope that you're able to leave that situation as soon as possible and don't look back, okay? And for those of you that would like to know a reason, not maybe a reason, right? Because sometimes there's no reason for people's cruelty, right? But if you just like more information around this situation and this person, this reading is for you, okay? And also, sometimes as, survivors, we can get obsessed with why people are this way and why people are cruel in general. And I don't have an answer to that because I am not literally God. I think everyone knows that already, okay? And that's probably something we'll all find out after we leave the earth plane. None of us have the answer in its entirety as to why people are the way that they are and why they impacted our life that way, okay? But hopefully I can bring you guys some comfort and maybe some stabilizing information and some comforting information and help you through if you have been having a hard time with a particular person or a particular situation, okay? So that is my goal of the reading. And for those of you that would like a personal reading, I also do personal readings, and there's information below for how to request one. For those of you that would like to check out my other tarot channel, Light of Ascension Tarot, I just started doing zodiac readings there, and I posted Aries and Taurus last night, and I'll do Gemini and Cancer next. So go ahead and check those out if you want to. And the link to that particular channel is in my description box below. And for those of you that would like to follow me on Tik Tok or Instagram, details are also there for how to follow me there, okay? So are you feeling pile number 1? Are you feeling pile number 2? Or are you feeling pile number 3 today? Go ahead and take a deep breath. Focus in, calming the mind, okay? It's a beautiful day to be alive, so we're all here together, and that's what's important, isn't it? So let's go ahead and get into the reading. And also for those of you that are wondering, Cruel Intentions, there was a movie in the 1990s with Reese Witherspoon, Selma Hayek, and Ryan Felipe, and called Cruel Intentions. And maybe you saw that movie, and if you haven't seen it, you can totally check it out. It's an interesting movie. The movie is called Cruel Intentions. So that's kind of what gave me the inspiration to do this reading, okay? So we are gonna go ahead and get into it. Let's do it, okay? Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the purple tea light, and today's reading is called Cruel Intentions, Why Were They So Mean? And please listen to my disclaimer at the beginning of the video where I said I am in no way supporting anyone's cruel behavior to anyone else or trying to give a reason for why cruelty or evil exists in this world. And if you are in a very messed up, cruel situation, I hope you find your way out of it as soon as possible. Okay, pile number 1. So, we've all been there. We've all run across people on our path. Most of us have anyway. And sometimes even as children, you run into people that are very cruel. And some people experience a lot of cruelty in their romantic relationships, friendships, family relationships. Okay, we're all in this together, my beautiful pile number 1. So let's go ahead and open up the energy. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the energy of pile number 1 who comes here today seeking your guidance. Thank you for allowing me to be the medium in the channel between yourself and pile number 1. Okay, Spirit just told me 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, okay, which is, little kids do that sometimes when they're counting in a game, okay? And the reason why we have the Knight of Pentacles coming through on the bottom of the deck, which talks about needing to have an extreme amount of patience and restraint. And this situation may have been a situation where you needed to do that. Or also, on another note, it could be a situation where someone had the resources to help you or to do something for you and they didn't, and they held back, okay? Pile number one. So we're going to go ahead and find out why this person was so mean and what is going on here for my pile number ones, okay? Spirit just told me Jeffrey Dahmer, so maybe some of you were watching a, documentary on that, or you were watching something on that. Pile number one, okay? Spirit is also giving me the High Priestess, so maybe some of you really resonate with that card in the tarot, or maybe you've been doing a reading yourself and you've been exploring the meaning of that card. Let's see, anything else that Spirit wants to... Okay, I see some loose change and somebody like shaking. You know how sometimes you can have a tin can and you can kind of like shake the contents inside of it and be like, what is that? Or you have like some coin in there and you shake it and you're like, what is that? And so maybe someone has, because I'm seeing a small little tin can with some coins in it or some charms in it or something in there that makes... Mostly coins is what I'm seeing, okay? But let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number one. Okay, also Spirit just gave me aggravated assault, okay? So maybe someone here was quite violent or somebody had a history of violence, but we're gonna go and check out what's going on here, pile number one. We have a monk or a nun, and then we have a networker, all right? And, it's interesting because we have this light purple color and then the purple tea light. So with the monk and the nun, we have someone who may use gossip and information to spread fear or to spread lies, okay? And this person, I feel like, has a cover and they act like they're... like some of these people could be very religious, okay? I'm also seeing someone's mother here, all right? For those of you that had a mother or have a mother that was very religious or, went to church every Sunday or was very devoted, but she would also, spread lies or spread rumors about people, or she could be quite catty behind people's back. For some of you, this may have been a friend as well, okay? But just people, there's been some people around you, pile number one, where, you thought that you could count on them, or you thought that you were on the same page, or they had this persona, this goody two shoes persona, okay, with this monk and nun energy. And also, I feel like this person could be very judgmental and of others, and they put on a front like they're somebody who's very pious or spiritual, or somebody who's just a really good person who does a lot for other people, and they may throw that in people's face a lot, okay? And I feel like this person uses their network of people and maybe even social media to gain, to gain a sense of, as a way to kind of spread misinformation about other people, or they may use their platform in a way that's very ugly, okay? And this person is so far from a person who's actually doing good things for others and bringing others together for the purpose of, social awareness, or, for the purpose of helping others. This person may do that as some type of front, pile number one, but they're not actually... That's not actually who they are, okay? And this person will ask you things in order to get information from you and then spread that information around, okay? Acting like they're on your side and that they have your back, I feel like. Okay, pile number one. And for some of you, I'm getting, you may have a spiritual connection with another person, like a romantic interest, or you may have a very deep connection with someone like that, but then there is another person in the background who is spreading misinformation on social media, somebody who is acting like they're supporting you or acting like they're there for you, but actually they're not. Okay, and we have trust here. So I think you guys are starting, I feel like it's like Spirit is saying to this person, time's up. Okay, and you know, I think that's something that has been ruined here with this person, is a sense of trust. And I feel like before, pile number one, you maybe trusted this person, you know, implicitly, explicitly, like you trusted this person or you had a lot of faith in them. All right. But I feel like, you know, they're being rather careless about what they're sharing and what they're doing, pile number one. Okay. We have the Two of Swords with mental conflict. So, you know, this person has a mental conflict about whether they know a lot of information or they have a lot of information on other people, and they're wondering, should I share this or not? Okay. And they may have also had a mental conflict within them that stopped them from being able to understand the impact of their actions. Now, I am not advocating for this person in any way, pile number one, as I said in the beginning of the reading. Let's see what else we have here. I think they were trying to decide, should they take the high road or should they take the low road? And I think they took the low road here. All right. And we have the Two of Wands and we have the waiting game. Okay. So, you know, we have 2 2s here. So 22, someone could be around that age, or that's also like a divine number as well. That's a master number. This person, I feel like, got sick of being patient for what it is that they wanted. So they decided to take matters into their own hands, and they decided to just trust that everything was going to be okay no matter what. Okay, because I feel like this person got impatient and they got tired of waiting, and so they just went and Spirit is saying they just went and pulled the plug on something, or they just went and I just heard they just went and messed it all up. Okay, so maybe some of you felt that way. We have card 20. We have 222, right? 2, 2, and 20. And we have truth here, which is the Judgment card. Okay, so this person realizing that, you know, they can't have it both ways. You know, at some point they're going to have to come out with it. At some point they're going to have to be honest and make a decision here. Okay. And I think they made the wrong decision. Pile number one is what I'm getting here. We have Lily and we have spiritual love. So we have monk and nun. And this could have also be a person who is a spiritual person in your network that you trusted, pile number one. And, you know, I feel like this person was waiting to see what was going to happen with you and them, and then just decided here. I feel like this person decided they were going to expose something without someone else's permission. Okay. We have here wall, misunderstanding. Okay. So there was a big misunderstanding here. And I feel like one person was trying to decide what to do. And it was like complex algebra. Like, you know, if I add 20 and subtract 80 and add 55 and add 31, you know, divide by pi squared, whatever, you know, it just became an impossible problem. I feel like here with the Two of Swords. And because somebody was taking a really long time to do something, pile number one, the other person got sick of waiting. I feel like they got tired of waiting and they just decided to take some action, I feel like, with the Judgment card, okay? And there could have been a big misunderstanding between you and this person, you know? And also there could have been a misunderstanding about spiritual love too, you know? And yeah, so the networker is supposed to enhance unity through the sharing of information. And so people could have told this person a lot of different things and a lot of different things, trusting them, sharing everything with them. And I feel like this person didn't really know what to do with a lot of the information that they were getting, and they decided just to make it work to their advantage. Okay, when the time was right, they decided to make it work to their advantage. Okay, we have the dragonfly here. And again, the dragonfly coming through as a very spiritual type of a influence. We also have air here with the dragonfly, and with the Two of Swords, we have Libra, and the waiting game, Two of Wands, is Aries, okay? We could have Aries and Libra with other air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, okay? But I'm getting the sense with Monk and Nun, someone thought they were doing the right thing, but they were mistaken, okay? And they royally effed up pile number 1, okay? And there may have been a big misunderstanding here between you and this person, but I feel like the problem is now, pile number 1, that you don't trust this person. And the whole vibe here, I feel like, is time's up, okay? Because you don't really trust this person anymore. And it's interesting because there is here, an hourglass, and I was talking about time being up and on something here. This also kind of reminds me of the Seven of Pentacles in a way too, for those of you that resonate with that. And it's like they were forced to take some action or make a decision, and they picked the lower path rather than the higher path, okay? And there could have been a lot of trust between you and this person, thinking that they had your back, thinking that, and I do feel like this person was in mental conflict about this and what they should do. And again, they feel like they got sick of waiting, so they just went for it. And I think some of their actions were very selfish, pile number 1, okay? And it's especially hypocritical coming from a person who acts like they're such a do-gooder and acts like they're so, highly evolved or whatever. It feels pretty low, okay? And we have here, it's like with this Judgment card, like, what can I get away with? And you know how people say sometimes you have to, what is that saying? You have to break a few eggs, or you have to do something in order to get to where you want to go. But I mean, I'm also just with Judgment and the Two of Wands, that can be a pretty ruthless vibe. And the Two of Wands is Mars and Aries along with Judgment. That can be pretty ruthless, okay? So somebody here used their network to do more harm than to do good. I feel like pile number 1. We have Perseverance here and Bronzite. I think they were trying to save their own butts. You know what I'm saying? I think they probably got scared because something wasn't happening for them. And so they gave some information that they shouldn't have, or they were playing with fire, with Judgment. Judgment is the spirit of primal fire. So they're really playing with fire here, and I feel like they did it to preserve their own butts, CYA, as they say it, cover your own ass. I think they said and they did whatever they needed to do in order to save themselves in this situation. And I do think that they were in conflict about it. I do think maybe they waited a little bit, but eventually the truth came out, okay? And it says here, Bronzite is an excellent crystal for people who start projects but have a hard time finishing them. Rich with iron, it promotes endurance, perseverance, and commitment to follow through. Bronzite can help you become more efficient and productive and less flighty and distracted. Okay, and maybe that's something you guys are working on, because the dragonfly can certainly be very flighty and distracted. Also, dragonfly can want to see things, more for the ideal and more for what they want rather than for truly what they are, okay? Bronzite can help you become more efficient and productive with its brown earth tone color. It provides a sense of groundedness and stability, okay? And when I start a project, I have perseverance and endurance to see it through. So I feel like this person was trying to, they made some judgment calls here that were not right, pile number one, and they waited too long, and they weren't sure what they wanted to do. And I feel like with judgment, they just, you know, they really burned a bridge with you, pile number one. And I don't think that there's any coming back from that. Do you know what I'm saying? Regardless of, you know, if they come back here with this lily energy, if they come back and they say, oh, you know, I did it because I was trying to protect you. Trust me, right? With trust here. Oh, I did it because I loved you. Oh, I did it because I cared. I did it because I was trying to, you know, because I made a promise to someone else, or I did it because I was trying to, you know, take care of, you know, to take action and to take care of us, okay, in some type of a way. They may try to make up some type of an excuse here with the whole spiritual love and tell you that it was just a misunderstanding, okay? And the name Lily may be important here too. Somebody could, Lily or Lillian, you may know someone with that name. You know, it was a big misunderstanding. Also, I'm getting here, this person is trying to say that. I don't know if you feel that way, pile number one, being on the receiving end of this. I don't know if you really feel that way. I certainly feel like you don't trust this person anymore, and the time has come and gone for that. Also, I'm getting an energy of a maternal figure, maybe like a grandmother, okay? If you know you had an aunt or a grandmother or someone in your family named Lillian, or their name started with an L, or maybe they just really, really love lilies, I am feeling like there was some misunderstanding in the family that happened too. Separate from this situation, even pile number one, I feel like, and it could have been, you know, a grandparent, a mother figure, someone that was religious, somebody that, you know, was supposed to be trustworthy, but ended up, you know, not being that trustworthy, okay? Or there was some misunderstanding in the family. I feel here too, pile number one. So have you been through that? Have you seen that happen before? You know, but a lot of people will do that. They'll go, oh, I did it for your own good. Or I did it, it's 4:20 right now, pile number one. But anyway, a lot of people will be like, I did it for your own good. It's just a misunderstanding, you know, trust me. Everything's fine. I've got your back. All right. Meanwhile, this person is biding their time and waiting their time, waiting for the right time to, you know, waiting for the right time to take action. And their action was very deliberate, I feel. And I feel it was motivated out of a sense of fear and a sense of perseverance, pile number one, okay? But I mean, at the end of the day, if you can't trust someone, you can't trust them. We have truth here. We have truth coming out twice, okay? So this person, not really wanting to face the truth, or not wanting to see the truth within themselves, and maybe thinking that they're doing a lot of good by exposing something, you know, about other people or something about you, and thinking, oh, I'm doing a good thing. I'm holding up the light of truth for pile number one. And it's like, no, you simply betrayed me and I don't trust you anymore, okay? So I do think that, I also feel like this person could have a lot of issues with hypocrisy, right? Because, I mean, truth is important, always, pile number one, but sometimes people use it like a weapon, and they use it to hurt and harm others, okay? And maybe some of you were on the receiving end of that, pile number one, okay? And that can feel really harsh. That can feel really, really harsh. And I feel like this person telling you, like, well, the truth had to come out, and it was only a matter of time, the waiting game, and you know what was going on wasn't right, or you know that, you know, it couldn't continue on that way. So, you know, you knew that the truth would eventually have to come out, and you know, it's like, well, did it have to come out that way, or did it have to come out in that way? And so this person could be using that as an excuse here, pile number one, like saying, you know, oh, it was just a misunderstanding. I really didn't mean it that way. The truth is that, you know, I care about you, and I just wanted to make sure that you knew what you were doing and you were thinking about the actions that you were taking, and, you know, this type of stuff. Okay. And I think you could have done without that, pile number one, especially for some of you who've already been going through a hard time and you've already had to persevere through so much. And, you know, pile number one, like you really didn't need this setback, or you really didn't need this to be, you know, you really didn't need this to be shown to you like this, but nonetheless, you know, it's there. Okay. And you know what's interesting with this truth is it looks like she's, you know, it looks like she's dressed as a nun actually here. We have this nun energy too. Did you guys have any nuns in your family is what I also want to ask you. Did you have any nuns going back into your family, pile number one? Because I feel like something like that is coming up too. And I mean, so I feel like somebody here who had some sensitive information and used it for their own gain. All right. And I do think you're like a mirror for this person, pile number one. And the thing is, pile number one, I don't think you would have ever hurt this person. And I think mainly you guys were, you know, trusting this person for a long time. And I don't think that you would have done this person this way, pile number one. So that is very unfortunate. And we have here the Magi here, which is like the magician and truth, and the magician bringing down the information that's important so that we can open up our eyes and see what the truth is. All right. And I do feel like this person's really pissed off at you, pile number one. Maybe some of you said something as well, or you shined the truth on someone or something, and this person can't believe that you did that. I mean, maybe they were behind your back saying things for a long time, or treating you, you know, acting like they're buddy with you or best friend with you, or acting this way, but in the background, not really giving a crap and saying bad things or gossiping behind your back. Okay. And I feel like some of you started to realize what was going on here, and it's like time's up on your game. Okay. And I do feel like you guys are showing this person the truth, pile number one, and they don't like it. You know, they don't like it. They don't like to be called out on their stuff. Okay. And they don't like to be, I feel like they don't like to be exposed, because I feel like they have this image that they're trying, you know, that they're really good-hearted and that they're really amazing and that they are such a great friend or such a great family member or such a great, you know, romantic interest, whatever it is, okay? Like that they're just the greatest, and it's like, no. And with the Magi here, I do feel like they could be being very tricky, you know, and it's hard to get the truth out of this person. And I feel like they wait to see what other people are going to do before they, you know, it's like they wait to see what information they can get from people by letting people have their guard down from them, and then kind of like, you know, being tricky that way, pile number one. And I feel like some of you could have exposed the truth about this situation, okay? And I don't think that they liked it, and I do think they're trying to kind of like talk to get themselves out of it, okay? This person may be trying to also, you know, trying to talk to get their way out of something that they did, saying, well, I did it because I cared. It was clearly just a misunderstanding, and you can forgive me, right? Dragonfly, like you're super spiritual. You can forgive me. And I'm getting for some of you, this could have been a friend from a while ago, okay? And maybe this is a friendship that has come and gone a while ago. And this person, like way more concerned about their own survival and kind of like, you know, rather than kind of, you know, they're so defensive and protective. I feel like they will lash out at others in a negative way so that they can maintain like their purity or their image. All right, pile number one, I'm sorry for those of you that went through that. And let's go ahead and get a little bit more information here. Spirit, can you show me what pile number one needs to know about this situation, please? Okay, Spirit is giving me the name Pam or Pamela Bell. I don't know if that's someone's name. Maybe Bell is an important thing, or the name Pam or Pamela. Maybe you know someone with that name. Bell could also be short for Isabella or Bella. Okay, but let's go ahead and see for pile number one. What does pile number one need to know about this situation, please? What does pile number one need to know here? Okay, the King of Swords. You already know what the deal is here, and you're the one that is going to have the final say in the matter. Okay, pile number one. And, you know, the truth was exposed to you, and I don't think this person's fooling you anymore. Honestly, I don't really think they're fooling anyone. And I think people have genuinely grown tired of their shit. And I feel like they try to mess around with things, or they try to mess around with universal order, or they try to control things or make things happen the way that they want them to. Okay, and I feel like with the King of Swords, you guys are seeing right through that. Now, in the tarot, the King of Swords is a Gemini. So there could be a Gemini involved in this too, but also just talking about communication and rumors and information that's being spread around that isn't factually correct, okay? And I'm also getting this person could be like a gaslighter and make you kind of second guess your own truth, pile number one. And maybe you weren't a perfect angel in this situation yourself. You know, maybe some of the things that you did, you're like, you know, I wish I would have done a little bit better. And maybe you've been analyzing your own role in this situation here. But I do think you've been around the block with this so many times with this person, pile number one. You're just sick of the excuses. You're sick of, you know, the way they always react to things. You're just, you know, I feel like you guys are just tired of hearing it. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like nobody's got time for that. I'm just tired of hearing the same old excuses over again, all over again. Oh, I love you. It was a misunderstanding. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to do you like that. It's like, okay. And I feel like, you know, you guys are very forgiving people, I feel like, with the dragonfly. But I also feel like you're now at the point where you're fed up. Okay. I mean, and once trust is broken, it doesn't come back that easy. Let's see what else here. Let's see what else here for pile number one. We have the 10 of Wands, okay? And, you know, I feel like no matter what you say or what you do, it's like throwing your intentions into an empty well when it comes to this person or this situation. You could argue your way 100 times back and forward. You could, you know, exhaust yourself with the 10 of Wands, trying to, you know, trying to pick up the pieces and trying to do the work, do their work plus your own work. And, you know, I feel like what you guys are saying, every time I listen to this person, every time I'm around this person or I listen to this person, I come away feeling 100 times heavier. I come away feeling burdened, feeling heavy, and it's almost like with the King of Swords and the 10 of Wands, this argument or this conversation is going nowhere. And I felt like even as I was doing their portion of the reading, I was bouncing back and forth quite a bit. I kind of felt like their pile number one, and that could really be the mental conflict, you know. And it's so funny because I pulled this card probably multiple times in readings over the last like month or so. So people having a mental conflict about And maybe you have too. You're like, well, should I help this person? Should I, should I fight back? What should I do? Maybe some of you have been really trying to think about that and think about your own actions in the situation. But with the Ten of Wands here, I feel like Spirit's also saying don't beat yourself up, okay? Certainly the Ten of Wands is an energy associated with perseverance, and it's like, if I just keep going, I am going to see results. With the King of Swords, if I just keep plugging away at something, I will finally see the truth, or I'll finally see the results of what's going on here. It's almost like I'll finally see the results of the mission or something. I don't know why I'm saying that, pile number one, but the results of the mission. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what else does pile number one need to know. And I also think there really wasn't anything that you could say or do in this situation with the King of Swords and the Ten of Wands. If you would have done anything more than you did, or if you would have taken any stance less than the King of Swords, I mean, I feel like some of you could have really cut this person off with the King of Swords, or you really gave him a piece of your mind, or told him where to suck it, pile number one. And I feel like, anything less than like a logical, just kind of take no prisoners, only the facts, please, etc., etc. Any other reaction to this situation, that would be less than that, would be putting you in a worse position. Okay, so I think there were some things that had to be said. They had to be said. Okay, and it looks like maybe some of you had to be the one to say it. All right, whether it was a conversation, it's like the more that I talk to this person, the harder it gets. Okay, and Spirit's saying here with the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles for me sometimes as a reader is about friendship and the basic necessities that we need in life to make the daily machinations of our world kind of click into gear and to keep going, okay? And also talking about the time and energy that we put into things, and how, when we're so busy defending ourselves and trying to justify certain things, we miss out on seeing things in a different way, or we miss out on, something good, something better that could be in front of us, okay? And for some of you, I do feel like this could be about a friendship. And Spirit just saying here, stop trying to rationalize to this person. Stop trying to, just know, okay? I feel like Spirit's saying just know. Stop trying to rationalize to them. Stop trying to prove yourself or prove your point. It's not getting anywhere. They can't really see anything here, pile number one. And, and I think, with the Page of Pentacles, this to me talks about you having like better friends in the future, or you being around people where things are flowing more naturally, okay? And with this whole thing of when I start a project, I have the perseverance and endurance to see it through. And I feel like this is for you guys. And this Page of Pentacles is supporting that. And I feel like this person was a big waste of energy for you. And they really just slowed you down. And they might have made you feel mentally and physically exhausted, honestly. And when you're free from this energy, I feel like you guys are like far more productive. You're far more committed. You're, for some of you, if you were having issues with iron deficiencies, or feeling very exhausted because of this situation, taking up so much mental real estate and it not really moving anywhere or going anywhere, I feel like Spirit is saying with the Page of Pentacles here, letting go of this really frees you to pursue the things that you actually want to do, and the things that you actually want to, look at, okay? And I do think that this person with the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Swords and Judgment, look, there's Judgment again. I do think that this person is still very pissed off, and, I feel like this person would like to give you a piece of their mind or something, pile number one. And it's like, I just feel like you guys are, it's like, I've heard enough, with the Nine of Swords. I've heard enough. No, thank you. Okay. I want to be around, you know, good people who have my best interest at heart. And for some of you, I also see a romantic interest popping up for you here too. And, you know, and maybe this person put some ideas in your head about your romantic life or your romantic situation that made you very, very upset. And I think it's important to just kind of disconnect from that from right now, okay? And, you know, here you are with the Seven of Pentacles trying to, you know, trying to build your life up and trying to take things one day at a time. And here's this person with the Knight of Swords and the Tower, just adding more crap to your life, just adding more and more drama and more crap. And you don't need that, pile number one, okay? The Knight of Swords and the Tarot is Aquarius, so we may have some Aquarius energy here too. You just don't need that, you know? You really don't. And you also don't need somebody's angry words being hurled at you either and keeping you up at night. It's time for you guys to focus on the good relationships in your life and making some better things work for yourself, okay? Because continuing to kind of marinate in this situation is just, you know, and I feel like for some of you, you're just thinking, like, I put all this effort into this situation, Seven of Pentacles and Tower, and still I feel like it didn't really make a difference, okay? And maybe some of you are like, I have to quit fighting my own emotions about this and let myself heal, okay, with the Ace of Cups there. So, you know, just some words of wisdom there for you. Pile number one, hopefully those were words of wisdom. For those of you that enjoyed that reading, I'd love to get your feedback on it and hear what you have to say about it. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions. And if you enjoy my channel and my readings, you can always leave me a little tip, and there's a tip jar in the description box below. Thank you so much, pile number one, and take care. Let's move on to pile number two. Okay. Let's do it. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the orange tea light, and today's reading is called Cruel Intentions, Why Were They So Mean? Okay? In no way am I trying to give justification to this person's behavior at all. Maybe just give a little bit of window of insight into this situation for you, pile number two, okay? Just wanted to let you know that. And thank you so much, spirits, angels, and guides. Please connect me to the energy of pile number two, who comes here today seeking your guidance. Thank you for allowing me to be the medium in the channel between yourself and pile number two. I feel like I'm listening to some heavy guitar right now, or listening to someone like play music, or somebody, I'm even feeling someone who may like heavy metal, or someone who's into like rock music, or kind of like jam band, jamming out. I know a jam band's a different thing than rock, but just that kind of feel like I'm nodding my head along to some music that sounds pretty cool or sounds good. Okay, so maybe some of you play music, or you've just been listening to a song and you're like, hell yeah, you know, that's really good. Or maybe you were telling a friend, like, good job, man, like you're doing a good job, okay? But anyway, I just heard stretch your wings and fly. So maybe some of you are thinking about like doing something different or trying something different that isn't the usual that people would expect from you. Let's see what else here. Okay. Spirit is also telling me rainbow bright, rainbow bright. Maybe some of you guys remember that from back in the day, but you know, it is Pride Month, so rainbow bright, pile number two. Let's see what else. Let's see what else here for pile number two. What else here? Okay, spirits like strawberry cheesecake. Maybe some of you had a bite of some recently. I'm getting someone who is out to eat, or someone who's like, you know, I don't want it. I don't want any of that. I'll just have a bite of yours. Okay. I'm hearing someone who's saying, you know, I don't need my own. You can just give me a bite of yours. Okay. So if you said that recently, then hey, pile number two, welcome to your reading. I'm also feeling like the G names, or like Gina, okay, or names that end in INA, or the G names. And here's the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So you know, some truth being revealed that maybe was a bit uncomfortable here with the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, and some truth coming out, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I feel like you guys are like, hey, I'm okay. You know, actually, I'm over it, and this person, they messed up and I don't like them anymore, but like, I'm actually okay. I'm actually doing okay. I just came to this reading out of curiosity or something, okay? So I'm kind of feeling that energy. A lot different than pile number 1, who seemed to be in the middle of something, going through something, or just recently. But for you guys, I'm feeling like a sigh of relief, like, oh, thank God this person isn't in my life anymore, or, you know, like, I just feel you guys are doing better, pile number 2, which is really good. I mean, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're having hard times or easy times. As human beings, we all go through hard times and easy times, all right? But I do feel like your guardian angels are showing up here right now, and they're bringing you peace, I feel like, pile number 2. Ah, we have the Virgin. Okay. Maintaining purity of heart and spirit. And I feel like that's for you guys, okay? And like, no matter what happens, I feel like pile number 2, like, you find your way back to you find your way back to like who you are and what makes you unique and what makes you special. And I feel like your angels are saying, like, you still have that about yourself, you know, whether you're an actual virgin or not. It's 444 right now in your reading, pile number 2. If you don't believe me, look at the clock. There it is, 444. Okay, and hurry up or you'll miss it. All right, you can always rewind it if you want to see it. But anyway, I feel like Spirit is reminding you, like, you always have yourself, and you always return to self, okay? And that you have a very pure self when you're not being fucked with by other people, okay? And somebody could have been really like mean to you or really hurtful to you because they had a fear of intimacy. So they made you feel like unwanted or unloved, or they made you feel like silly for wanting simply to be held or to be loved or to be kissed or to be comforted or to be, you know, respected, all of it, treated like the god or goddess that you are, you know, in human form. And it really sucks, pile number 2, okay? And this person could have had a fear of getting close to someone, or a fear of intimate union. But instead of like being honest about it, Ace of Swords, right? I feel like with the Seven of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, this person really messed with you, or they messed with your feelings, okay? And because they didn't really know how to be in an intimate union with someone. And this person may not have a whole lot of experience with deep, intimate unions with people anyway. And it doesn't matter the age. I mean, I remember I went out with someone who was in their late 30s, who had literally had 1 or 2 girlfriends their whole life, and, you know, really didn't have any experience with comforting others or being there for them. Don't ask me why I was with that person, pile number 2, but something tells me you guys can relate, okay? I mean, it was a long time ago for me, but I'm just letting you know, like, it happens. It doesn't matter the age, you know? And we have someone here, a child and an orphan, okay? So this could be somebody who felt like they, like their parents made them feel like they were not important, or made them feel like they don't belong. This person could actually have been in foster care, okay? Maybe you were at some point too, pile number 2, but this person could have grown up in foster care, or grown up with, you know, not their parents, grown up with, you know, aunties or uncles, or grown up with grandparents. Nothing wrong with that, but you know, when a child isn't with their parent, it makes a child feel like, you know, there's something very stabilizing and grounding and about being, you know, about being emotionally connected to your family or to your origin. And hey, you know, not everyone has a great family. I get it. Particularly me. I get it, pile number 2. But like, you know, this person has feelings of abandonment at times that stifle their ability to be mature. And, So they may end up getting really close to people and then pulling away from them because they have a fear of intimacy. Now, I didn't say I'm advocating for this person or like that their behavior is okay, because, assuming this person isn't a 5-year-old, assuming there's someone in their 20s, 30s, 40s, we have to need to, we have to learn to take care of ourselves and deal with our trauma. Now, I do feel like this person, and realize that not everyone, I feel like sometimes this person thinks that everyone responds to life the way that they do. Newsflash, they don't, okay? People respond to different, to life in different ways. And, we have here independence based on learning to go it alone, okay? So this person also could have been left alone a lot, abandoned a lot, left alone a lot. And maybe you guys also had that happen to you, or you had that feeling of rejection as well. But I feel you guys are very like nurturing or loving, pile number 2. You have a lot of love to give, all right? And this person is very idealistic about relationships, and maybe sometimes forming like parent-child relationships with their significant other. Some people are well into their 50s and doing that, pretending that their partner is their mother or their father or, whatever. I mean, I'm not talking about calling someone daddy or mommy in a fun way. I mean, in a way that is just, psychologically not great, right? Where you have power indifferences and you have people that are trying to nurture and people that are running off. Just, what I'm saying, pile number 2. I don't even have to tell you. We have here lack and doubts, okay? So this person, feeling real crappy about themselves here. And you can see all the gray clouds. You can see he has a hoodie on and he has it pulled over his head. And there's a whole green, beautiful pasture over there waiting for him with sunlight on it. But he doesn't even see that because he's so clouded by his own pain, suffering, and insecurities, okay? And this could be somebody who like tells themselves, I would rather just kind of like go it alone. I'm fine. I don't need anyone else. Like I didn't need anyone when I was a child. I don't need anyone now, okay? And I think you guys really cared for this person, pile number 2. I think you really loved them. I think you really cared about them. And, and they just didn't, it's like they kind of took for granted the good thing that was in front of them, pile number 2. And we have solitude here with the hermit, okay? We have virgin energy, which is also associated with the hermit, virgin, the Virgo type of energy. We may have a lot of Virgo energy up in this reading, okay? But you guys learning significant lessons from this, I feel, pile number 2. I'm also seeing a blue dress or somebody wearing a blue shirt with a really great necklace or a silver necklace or something like that, okay? Very beautiful. I'm seeing long dark hair here too. And somebody who could live in the mountains, all right? Or somebody maybe who wants to live in the mountains someday. And I feel like you guys, it's left you with a bad taste in your mouth at times because you're like, am I just going to be alone or what? And I feel like some of you have been alone for a while, pile number 2, or maybe you actually have grown to enjoy solitude and you've actually grown to enjoy having your independence and being able to kind of go it on your own if you need to, okay? But I also feel like, all the love that you've shown this person, I feel like it needs to come back to you tenfold, okay? Maybe some of you have been on like a self-improvement journey or a self-healing journey. We have card 5 here with financial and material changes, okay? And somebody going through maybe going through some money issues, going through some insecurities about that. Sometimes people don't want to, and you can see the highlight on the ring finger there. Sometimes people feeling like they can't like get married or have traditional families or do that kind of stuff because they can't grow up or they can't mature, or they don't have enough money or, those types of things. which, I mean, not to say that, you know, some people just genuinely have a hard time with financial things. And I get it, pile number 2. Not everybody is born with a silver spoon in their mouth, okay? But I feel like this person may kind of use this as an excuse, okay, to push people away at times. And I do think it affects their self-confidence, all right? We have card number 10 with the Wheel of Fortune and Destiny, okay? So this person's, you know, I feel like you guys think that it's your destiny to help this person, or you may feel like you've incarnated with this person in the past, or that there's some type of, you know, something that you owe this person. You know, and destiny doesn't leave a lot of things to chance, all right? And you could have even tried to convince this person, hey, it doesn't have to be this way, all right? It doesn't have to be, like, you don't have to do this alone, or you don't have to be on your own, okay? It's not your destiny to be alone forever, you know? I'm here for you. And I see, like, all the greens and yellows, and she has her hand on her heart, like, you know, can't you see that I love you? Can't you see that I care? Can't you see that I'm here for you? Okay, and some of you here with Destiny and the Wheel of Fortune thinking maybe that if you loved this person enough, or you cared for them enough, that it could change the outcome of this connection. You know what I mean? And I do think here with this 5 of Pentacles that this person, you know, may have been going through some money issues. I mean, we all do at different times in our lives, unless you're mega wealthy or something, you know. A lot of us go through financial ups and downs. But I also, with the 5 of Pentacles, it's like not really feeling good enough for what Spirit has in store for them, okay? And maybe you notice that this person sometimes looks down on themselves or has a bad self-esteem, okay? But I do feel like you tried to love this person really, really hard, and show them, like, love hard. You know what I mean? Some people love really, really hard with all their heart, and other people are afraid of doing that, okay? And it can make the person, it's kind of a projection, because it makes the person who's loving really, really hard feeling like there's something wrong with them, or that there's somehow a lack within them, you know? And I think it's really this person that's really carrying that deep lack wound. I mean, all of us have wounds around lack, but pile number 2, I feel like, you know, maybe you thought it was your destiny to kind of help this person, all right? But we have chair and empty. Someone is leaving your life, and they might have left your life quite suddenly, or they might have just, you know, and I feel like someone here is looking in a mirror. Maybe you guys really looked at yourself hard in the mirror after this happened. I feel like someone said goodbye and then they were just kind of gone. Or I feel like there was kind of something sudden. And I also feel like it was a big, big empty room when this person left, okay? Or it was like a big, big empty room when you left this person. You know, sometimes a room can have like chairs and tables and couches in it, but it feels completely empty, okay? And that's kind of what I'm getting here, okay? And a sense of emptiness within self too. We have rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters, okay? So this person could be, and we have virgin here, right? And you guys are kind of like covering up, I feel like, pile number 2. And maybe you're sick and tired of being around people who are just, you know, in it for themselves, or in things for sexual reasons, or in things for their own benefit, or in to kind of get what they want from other people and take it and go, whether it's, you know, sexual things, whether it's money, whether it's time, whatever it is, right? And this rabbit's looking kind of portly, kind of big boned, if you know what I'm saying, pile number 2. And you know, and I feel like with the orange tea light too, with the sacral chakra, maybe you guys felt like you were not like doing a good enough job sexually, or that you weren't turning this person on, or that there was something, you know, wrong with you sexually, okay? And that's a damn shame, pile number 2, because I feel like there's nothing wrong with you at all. You know, there's nothing wrong with you at all whatsoever sexually, okay? But I do think somebody could have made you feel like you were wanting too much affection, or that, you know, or somebody here that wanted to have a lot of sexual connection, but not a lot of emotional, intimate connection. Do you know what I mean, pile number 2? And, you know, I feel like when you were out of this person's life, I do feel like it left a big empty space within them. But I feel like this person is used to having a big empty space within them. So they lived with that their whole life, you know, and I don't think they're doing a whole lot to kind of fill that with anything else, okay? And we have Peacock here. Interesting, because I'm thinking of doing a Peacock reading here soon. But this person could have been very critical or judgmental towards you, insisting that the problems lie with you, or being very picky towards you. And I think it was a defense mechanism, pile number 2, okay? Maybe making you feel like you're not good enough, or that they're special and, you know, you're just not that special, or that you thinking within yourself that this situation is happening because, you know, no one will love me or no one will care about me. And I'm thankful to say, pile number 2, I feel like you guys have come out of that, okay? And I think you are realizing that you're very special and unique, okay? And this person could have been afraid of that, or felt kind of salty about that, pile number 2, that knowing like how special you are, and maybe sometimes feeling jealous, okay? But here we have Botswana agate and excellence. Yeah, this is you guys, okay? And the thing is I feel like you guys really seek excellence in your relationships, okay? And you seek to be excellent to the people that are in your life, and you're very giving, all right, with this hermit energy and virgin and all of that. But I feel like some of you have been pulling back your energy to feed it to yourselves, which is fine, pile number 2. It says the fine lines in Botswana agate remind us that excellence often requires being meticulous, precise, and paying attention to the details. Botswana agate encourages you to set high standards and strive for excellence. Do not settle for mediocrity. I feel like this person was giving you mediocrity. They were pulling on your heartstrings, but they were also giving mediocre energy to you. And I feel like you guys are way too special, pile number 2, to be treated that way, okay? It only takes a little extra push to make the ordinary extraordinary. And I feel like you were always trying to give this person that little push. You know what I'm saying, pile number 2? But I feel like this person just couldn't, you know, rise to the challenge. And maybe they will someday. Maybe they will. Who knows? You know, I'm not the Lord and Master of this person's soul. And neither are you, neither am I. But I mean, they're going to have to work that out on their own, okay? Affirmation, I take pride in what I do. Peacock, right? I take pride in what I do. I will go the extra distance to reach my highest potential. I strive for excellence, okay? I feel like this is you and Spirit reminding you not to accept any mediocre crap, any mediocre communications, anything that makes you feel less than you are. Because I don't feel like you guys are people that have an insane amount of hubris, or that you're just completely prideful and spiteful people. That's not the energy that I'm getting from you guys, okay? In fact, quite the opposite. I feel you guys are very humble. You know, we have healing here, but it came out reversed. So again, why were they so mean? It's because they are not addressing what's really holding them down, the 5 of Pentacles. They're not really addressing, you know, and maybe they haven't had time in their life to really address that. Maybe they need to, you know, maybe in 10 years from now with the Wheel of Fortune and the number 10, things will be different from them, but things will be different. But I think when you were with this person or during that time, I feel like this person, was rejecting. They also rejected, I feel like, the healing that you were trying to give to them or the help that you were trying to give to them. And that must really feel bad, pile number 2. And I am so sorry, my darlings, because that is, for somebody that likes to be a helper and a giver and be there for others, that's like, especially when you really love someone and you want to see them succeed. But that kind of feels to me a little bit like a parent and a child, right? Where a parent is going to give that child all the love and try to help them succeed in life and build up their self-esteem and guide them and tell them different things and all of that. And maybe some of you were trying to do that in a way with this person, but I feel like all that it did was cause you to question yourself, pile number 2. And I can't have you guys settling for mediocrity because you're not mediocre people, all right? We have the Sage here. So it's really comfortable. It's really comfortable. It's really important for you guys to get comfortable, with your own internal wisdom and to see yourself exactly as you are. And you have accumulated a lot of wisdom. You have accumulated a lot of knowledge. And, you guys are special, all right? With the Peacock and the Sage, the information that you have to share, the wisdom you have to share, the points and the certain things that you connect and the way you say things are important, all right? And so don't ever settle for mediocrity. And also I'm seeing teeth here. I'm seeing some teeth, and someone may have had to have a tooth pulled recently, or somebody went to the dentist lately, but I am seeing 4 teeth here. So that's interesting. Or maybe you've got something, maybe you're brushing your teeth right now. I don't know, but I am seeing 4 teeth here. And, the word tooth reminds me of the Hebrew letter shin, which is associated with judgment. And to me, it's like you guys want to be on the right side of history as far as the way you conduct yourself with other people and continue to have a big heart and to continue to do your own healing. All right? Because when this life is over, it's over. There's no redos on this particular lifetime. Okay? So I feel like you guys are really striving for excellence and you're really striving for that mastery with the Hermit here. Okay, so keep working on yourselves, pile number 2, and don't settle for mediocre things in your life, not for 1 minute. All right, pile number 2, that is what I am getting for you, my darlings. And for those of you that would like to leave me a like or a comment or subscribe to my channel, thank you so much for being here today. And if you enjoyed the reading and you'd like to show me a little bit of love, I do have a tip jar on my channel too in my description box. Thank you so much, pile number 2, and thank you so much for everyone here today. Take care. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay, let's do it. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the red tea light, and today's reading is called Cruel Intentions. Why were they so mean? Okay, and we are not trying to give any, rationale or explanation why people are jerks. Okay, I'm not trying to do that with this reading. I'm trying to just because I'm not God and I don't know. Some people are just cruel and that's their personality. All right, but we are going to find out, what's went on around this situation. Where is it now? And, what lessons can be learned from it? Okay, pile number 3. So we're going to get deep in this reading and let's go ahead and get into it. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the energy of my pile number 3s who come here today seeking your guidance. Thank you for allowing me to be the medium in the channel between yourself and pile number 3. Okay. Spirit is telling me agitation. So maybe some of you got really agitated today about something. And it could have been something little too. And you're like, oh, I got so annoyed with that. It could have been a phone call you got. It could have been, you know, calling a government agency or having to call your credit card company or, you know, just that type of stuff. It's like, oh, can I just talk to an actual human being and get this issue sorted out? Okay. So I'm getting that kind of, maybe you guys have been feeling like people have been giving you the runaround. Okay. Maybe some of you are like, is it still Mercury retrograde or what? And anyway, I'm also getting the energy of someone who's like, electronic equipment has kind of been on the fritz too. Maybe someone needs a new cell phone or computer, you know, charger, whatever it is, okay? Or I'm also feeling like there could be a kitchen appliance that is on the fritz too, and you're like, that thing's gonna break down, okay? And I'm just acknowledging, you guys are like, I know. So I'm just acknowledging that here. All right, and Spirit is showing me like a little sticker with a lemon on it or something with a picture of a lemon. You know those scratch and sniff stickers? Anyway, I don't know if you guys remember those or not, or maybe some of you are having something lemon right now, or you like the smell of lemons, or I don't know, okay? But something about lemons coming up, or like a picture of a lemon, a little picture, maybe it's like a little piece of art or something. Pile number 3. Let's see, anything else here? Okay, Spirit just told me Tantra, so maybe some of you have been looking into Tantra, or you'd like to check out more information on that, or maybe you want to take a class on it. What else here for pile number 3? I just heard Grapes of Wrath, which I believe is a book, as I recall. Do you guys remember that movie, What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Isn't that Leo DiCaprio is in that from back in the day? Anyway, Leonardo DiCaprio. I thought that guy was a Leo. Did you know that he's a Scorpio, pile number 3? I think he's like a triple Scorpio or something, but you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw his chart like in the last year. But anyway, pile number 3, I digress, okay? Maybe some of you like looking up your favorite celebrities and trying to guess their astrology signs, or looking up what they are, or looking at their charts. Maybe some of you here are into astrology or want to learn more about it. Anything else here for pile number 3, Spirit? Okay, Spirit is showing me orange, blue, and brown. Okay, so maybe you have a shirt with those colors in it, or maybe someone's wearing brown pants with an orange and blue shirt or something like that. But I'm getting someone that could have a work uniform that has orange, blue, or brown in it. Okay, so anyway, pile number 3, that is what I'm getting for you. I love that the 4 of Wands is on the bottom of the deck here, because I feel like it's time to pump up the jam when we see the 4 of Wands. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number 3, let's find out why were they so mean. Okay, we have Samaritan, so somebody being a good Samaritan and trying to help other people. Okay, and sometimes people like doing good things for other people just so that they can hear like, wow, you know, have like a lot of adoration or something like that. You know, sometimes people do things because they want the reward that comes with it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting reward, you know, but if someone's truly doing like a selfless deed, that's another thing. Anyway, we have here, maybe some of you did do something really selfless for this person, or you helped them get a job somewhere, or you helped them, you know, move, or you helped show them something, or you gave them something for free, or you did something nice to them that was really, really cool, you know. Good karma for you, pile number 3. We have visionary here, and so we have the light attributes of a visionary: the capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision, okay, without regard to personal gain. Okay, so trying to help something with someone. For those of you that are intuitives here and you're trying to help people by, you know, doing good things and helping people with their lives, I do feel like something is coming up here for you guys around this energy. And maybe someone trying to accuse you, pile number 3, like you trying to do something nice for people and then people accusing you of doing that for personal gain, okay? Or not just taking what you've been trying to do at face value and accusing you of being inauthentic or not being sincere, all right? Also on the flip side, somebody could have been that way with you. Also, I feel like someone here could have promised something, okay, some of you guys could have had somebody in a relationship capacity that promised you something or gave you the impression that good things were coming, or gave you the impression like, here's our future and here's what you can expect. And I feel like somebody here gave you this impression, like they painted this beautiful picture for you. This is what we're gonna do. This is how it's gonna be. It's so cool, you know? And then I feel like when the moment came or the moment arrived, this person, you know, like dropped you in the middle of like a trust fall, like that type of thing, okay? Pile number 3, and that's really crappy. That is really, really crappy, pile number 3. And I feel I'm doing a weird shoulder stretch, you know, when you take one arm and you put it over your chest and then you put your other arm under it and like stretch your back and your shoulder. I don't know why I'm doing that right now. I've never done that while I'm like talking during a reading before. So maybe some of you are kind of doing that stretch right now, or you did it today at the gym or something. But anyway, this person kind of like promising you big things like, oh, we're going to come together. It's going to be so great. We're going to be so amazing. Yay. And then it's like, wah, wah, you know? So let's see what else here. Pile number 3. We have thoughts and we have isolating thoughts. Okay. So I feel like this person made a lot of, you know, that old saying, making checks that your butt can't cash, or making promises that you can't keep, or what is it? Writing checks that your butt can't cash. All right. Someone's the used car salesman of love. Do you guys know how these people are? The used car salesman of love. Isn't that interesting? But, anyway, so this is where thoughts are becoming, this person getting tormented by their own thoughts, but expressing only positive and good things to you while internally being extremely conflicted or questioning things and then not telling you them, okay? I also feel like somebody here could have beautiful blue eyes, or somebody made a comment about someone's beautiful blue eyes, and I feel we could have someone here that has, you know, curly hair as well. Like I'm seeing a male with curly hair and a female commenting about his hair and being like, you know, look at that hair. It's so, you know, cool, or I could run my fingers through it, or I could grab that, or something like that. Anyway, I am seeing that. Pile number 3. We have transformation or death. Okay. So that's coming out here. The vision of something completely changed. And talk about trust with death. Like you were going through a really, really big change. And I feel like this person promised to do something or promised to follow through on something, and they completely did not. We have the 6 of Wands and victory and success. I also feel like this person was trying to pump you up as you were going through a really big change and was really encouraging you, like, go for it. You got it. Like, you know, keep pushing forward. And, you know, right as you were about ready to make this switch or this change, it's like they dropped you. And, you know, the whole time acting like they're your biggest supporter or your biggest fan, or acting like, you know, they're so proud of you for you know, it's just like, okay, way to be two-faced. You know, I do feel like there is this person trying to show you that they're very strong during times of change and that they can be there for you. You know, the 6 of Wands is very much like an Enrique Iglesias song. I could be your hero, baby. You know, I could wash your tears away. You know, that whole song, I can be your hero. I feel like this person kind of telling you that but in the back of their mind, worrying about things, not telling you what they're worrying about, and then kind of leaving you with the aftermath. Not good, pile number 3. We have the 9 of Swords and suffering and silence. So this person, you know, not really telling you what they were upset about, not really telling you, you know, just acting like everything's fine and everything's good and they've got this, you know. And I feel like you guys, after this happened, you guys were really suffering with the silence that you were receiving from this person, because I feel like they were in your corner, cheering you on, supporting you, and what, you know, like, I believe in you and all this stuff. And then it was like, you know, silence on the line, you know. And so I do feel like you guys suffered a lot because of this person's silence and their inability to communicate what was really happening within them, okay? And it's like they were trying to like puff you up or making you feel good about something. Meanwhile, I feel like you guys started to wonder, like, did this person really mean anything that they said? Were they being completely inauthentic and insincere about everything? Did they get me to make this major shift and change in my life and then completely drop me, okay? So pile number 3, like, you know, for those of you that have been going through that, or for those of you that went through that, my heart goes out to you. It's a real tough lesson. And I can see why some of you after that may have challenges with trusting people or believing people when they say they're going to be there for you or that they support you. All right. And I feel like that is something that this person left you with. And to me, that's the worst thing that this person could have done, is plant within you this seed of, you know, like 99% of people are going to screw you over. You can't trust people. You know, people are going to lie to you. Like the anxiety that this person puts you through, pile number 3 as well. We have stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Okay, so you guys could have been working on a new business opportunity for yourself, or you could have been wanting to create a family or wanting to have a child, or maybe some of you did have a child with this person. And, you know, it's like, yeah, something about a birth or a new business opportunity. I also feel like somebody here wanted to have a child with someone or wanted to have a business with someone, but later finding out that this person actually had a child with someone else, okay? Or actually was doing something else on the side, okay? And I feel like some people here may be wanting to have a child or wanting to have a second child, or talking about having a family or doing something really, really big together someday, having a baby together, you know, starting a business together. And I feel like some of you may be getting some news about how this person has done this, but with another person, you know, down the road. Maybe you guys found out something about that. And if you did, I mean, if this person led you on, pile number 3, and then later down the road, you realized that, you know, they actually did that, but with someone else, pile number 3, I'm so sorry, okay? We have dolphin here. So the dolphin's really coming in to support you and lift you up. And here, you guys have financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Okay, taking a risk, putting yourself out there, helping others, being a visionary, believing in yourself, pile number 3, with the 6 of Wands, standing up for yourself with death, okay? And not giving up, right? Because death is like, you know, with this transformation, like things are changing, but that doesn't mean that I'm giving up. Things may not look the same as I thought they were going to look for me, but that doesn't mean I'm giving up. And I feel like because you guys have that type of attitude, there are good things coming your way where your work is going to get noticed, where you're going to be really pleased with the job that you're doing. Some of you may be getting a promotion or a raise, or you may be getting more attention on you, and as a result, seeing your income increase, okay? All because you guys are visionaries, and you know how to take a risk, and you know how to stand on your own 2 feet, okay? And so I feel like the dolphins coming through here for you guys to say, hey, not all is lost. And actually at the end of the day, I feel like you guys are coming out ahead, because I feel like with this 9 of Swords that you guys really suffered in this connection, ultimately, pile number 3. So I am glad that you're getting you're getting what's due to you in a positive way, okay? We have the deer here, talking about deer in headlight, right? You know, the whole deer in headlights, like I wasn't expecting that, or getting like really spooked out, or just being like, you know, but I don't feel like you guys are a deer in a headlight anymore, pile number 3. I feel like your guys is, you're still, what Spirit is saying here is you're still very loving, kind, beautiful, wanting to help, wanting to do things for others, not wanting to harm animals, not wanting to harm anyone, okay? But you're a lot less naive maybe than you were in the past, okay? And I think in the past with this Samaritan energy, you guys would have been there to kind of like help anyone in any situation, I feel. And this situation with death has caused you to change a little bit with that. But it doesn't mean that you are, you know, you're still you, is what I feel like Spirit is saying, okay? And this person, this may have happened to you when you were younger or in the past, pile number 3, and this person may have taken advantage of your good faith and trust in them, okay? But I feel like you guys draw so much light and energy to you. And I also feel like you were made aware of what this person was thinking or saying or doing through your intuition. It's like you guys knew, I feel like, that there was something off about this person, okay? And I feel like it also taught you something about your own intuition. Pile number 3, do you guys know the story of the deer woman? You think deers are like very docile and gentle, but look up the story of the deer woman. And someone originally told me about this mythology, and it's very cool. I can't say I know everything about it because someone told me about it like several years ago, so it's not fresh in my mind. But I think maybe it's a Native American thing, but maybe it's around in all cultures. I'm not sure. But the deer woman is essentially trampling the people that get in her way. So she's a very loving creature. She's a very kind creature, you know, but she also doesn't mess around. You know what I'm saying? So look up the mythology of that, pile number 3, because I do feel like deer woman is coming through in your reading here. And we have this Amazonite. It's a real, with the deer woman and the way this deer is looking at me, pile number 3, it's a real, I know what you did last summer type of a vibe. Do you guys know those movies? Do you remember that? I feel like Spirit sees this person and sees what they've done and, you know, isn't real impressed, to say the least, pile number 3. We have Amazonite and Harmony. The blue-green color in Amazonite, and some of you guys may have a connection to the Amazons, or like, you know, the Amazon forest, or just, you know, the Amazons in general, you know, the female warriors who would cut off one of their breasts and then hunt in the jungles and all of that. And please excuse me if I'm not completely, you know, getting the mythology right. I'll have to look it up after the reading. It's been a while. But it says the blue-green color in Amazonite combines the throat and the heart chakra, prompting you to communicate from the heart and speak in a loving way. Amazonite brings balance, harmony, and the ability to see both sides of an issue. It keeps strife at bay by helping you to focus on kindness rather than proving your point. Okay, and so yeah, you guys still have that beautiful kindness within you. Spirit doesn't want you to suffer in silence, but also doesn't want you to, for those of you that have been agitated, because I talked about agitating communications in your guys' channeled messages, I feel like Spirit coming through with harmony here and telling you to keep strife at bay, focus on kindness rather than proving your point. All right. And your affirmation is, I am a calm and harmonious person. I speak words that are kind, supportive, and loving. Okay. And that brings you harmony in your life, pile number 3. We have passion here, but it's reversed. Okay. So I feel like this person was trying to be like, I have a passion for you and for what you want to do, and I believe in your vision, and I'm here to help you, and I'm celebrating you, 6 of Wands, okay? But I just feel like, you know, this person being really inauthentic about their own actions and their own motivations and their own desires. And I feel like they were sitting on a lot of things that they did not, speaking of Amazonite and the throat chakra, you know, they were sitting on a lot of information that they should have shared with you from day one. I feel pile number 3, okay? And, you know, some of you guys, I feel, are very passionate people, and maybe you feel that if you don't really call something out or defend it, that means you've gone soft or you're not really like in your power, okay? And I would just look up the Dear Woman myth as well online, pile number 3, because I think there's something for you in that. And I feel like some of you may have had women growing up around you, maybe your mothers, cousins, aunts, sisters, grandmothers, whoever, that had a tendency to suffer in silence a lot, or suffered in their relationships a lot with bad men or whoever they were with. You know what I mean? So I think that that is something to think about, pile number 3, as far as like how you're changing the past and how you're not going to let your passions lead you astray. You're going to keep your eye on the prize, and you're going to keep your throat chakra in harmony, okay? And not say too little, but also not explode, okay? We're gonna find a good harmony there. And also, I feel like this person would have held you back, pile number 3, from your true calling. Because what I see here on this 6 of Wands is a trumpet, and it standing on the edge of a cliff with a trumpet. And it's like, it's kind of like judgment, like really, really waking someone up to their path, and other doors closing so other doors can open. So had this person stuck around in your life, I do think it wouldn't have had a great impact on your creativity and your passion, okay? It might, with death here, it might have actually ended up killing a new opportunity that you were trying to take, okay? And for those of you that wanted to have children, or this person didn't want to, I feel like, you know, they don't have the same passion for you, or they don't have the same passion for the things that you have, pile number 3. And at the end of the day, like, you want to be with somebody that does, you know? So I'm glad, hopefully some of you found out about all of this before, you know, before some bigger decisions happened here. But no matter what, you can always start over, pile number 3, no matter what age, okay? We have nature here and the deer spirit. Okay, so something about deer as an animal totem, I feel like you guys should also look up too. And I think also Spirit is saying it's in your nature to be helpful, to be a good Samaritan, to be a visionary, to help people through challenging times, to tell them to keep their head up, to encourage people to take chances and to follow their passions. And, you know, that's you, pile number 3, okay? And Spirit is saying to remain grounded in your own nature and who you are, and don't let this experience change that very natural part of who you are, okay? And don't let it discourage you from what you want to do either, all right? And or make you feel like what you want to do is stupid or isn't right or something because this person didn't come through, okay? And also I feel like Spirit is saying nature supports you. The goddess supports you. All right. And, you know, some of you may identify as witches that are watching this, and maybe you get a lot of power from nature. And if you're feeling very agitated, maybe getting out in nature would be good for you. Or if you feel like you've lost your passion for something, getting out in nature may be very restorative for you, pile number 3, okay? So Spirit, can you tell me, what does pile number 3 need to know about this situation, please? What does pile number 3 need to know about this situation? What does pile number 3? What does pile number 3 need to know? We have the King of Pentacles, a Virgo energy, okay? So, you know, this person could have promised you like this type of future, you know, I'll take care of you, I've got you, you know, you won't have anything to worry about. You know, I want what you want. We're going to have this great future together. We're going to grow together. Maybe there is a business opportunity here as well. And Spirit's saying this person isn't all that, okay? And I do think they would have just slowed down your mission anyway here, pile number 3. But also, you guys are, I feel like you guys becoming really good at something or being really confident with something and being able to make money off of it, I feel like is the end result here. Let's see what else. And I feel like your plans working out, pile number 3, is the end result of this, okay? And let's go ahead and see all your careful planning and everything that you put together, I feel like is going to be successful here with the King of Pentacles. Spirit, can you tell me? It's like you're the King of Pentacles, not this person, okay? Well, let's see what else here. We have the Fool. Okay, so, you know, I feel like you guys are very wise, and now you know that people coming to sell you a bill of goods that don't actually exist, just based on pure potential, is not really going to fly with you. And even from a business perspective, I think you guys are like, show me the money, or show me, you know, the tangible proof of something, or show me, you know, show me your plan. Show me how you hope to make this happen, right? And there is this energy of becoming more realistic. So you guys may be becoming a lot more realistic these days, and maybe that's making you feel like you're not as creative, or that you're not like aligning to your passion. But I also feel like Spirit is saying there's so much untapped energy for you. And I do think, you know, the whole, I don't know why I've been quoting Jerry Maguire lately, but the whole thing of show me the money, or show me the tangible results. Show me what results you've got. Show me what your plan is, right? And because I feel like you guys have a very, you know, exciting path ahead, but it's also very real. It's not some fake made up thing. And I feel like if people come towards you with that kind of like promising you everything, you know, over promising and under delivering, I also think that at the end of the day, it's not going to matter to you, because you're going to be just fine on your own, and you're going to have everything that you need at your fingertips so that you can call the shots, okay? And whatever people are trying to date you or approach you or to go into business with you, they're going to have to prove to you what they're bringing to the table. And they can't just show up and empty-handed with a cute face and a smile, you know? There's going to have to be a little bit more than that. And but I also think Spirit is saying, you know, the Fool really reminds me of that passion. So Spirit talking about you being like very practical, having a schedule, being very well thought out and well planned, and having the resources that you need so that you can take on a new opportunity, so that you can identify the new things and the passionate things that you would like to get into, okay? And, you know, Spirit is not done inspiring you, pile number 3, okay? So let Spirit inspire you. Be inspired by Spirit. And, you know, gone are the days when this person can really have an effect on you. And they may try to show up in your world again in some way, pile number 3, unexpectedly with the Fool here. But at this point, I don't think you guys are counting on it. And I think you've just decided to press on, relying on your own self and your own strengths, okay? And this person may come around in your world back again when you least expect it, but, you know, whatever. Like, I think they're going to find you're way down your path and you've grown significantly, and they're still the same flake that they've always been, which, you know, isn't very appealing. That's not very appealing. It's pretty childish, pile number 3, and I think you guys know that, okay? And I feel like you guys are kind of looking at this person like, what are you, a child, you know? And they deserve that, pile number 3. They really, really do. Okay, let's see what else here. Let's see what else. What else here for pile number 3, okay? Like having all the possibilities and having the resources and money that you need to do it, pile number 3. Let's get one more here. We have the Hangman. Yeah, this person isn't really... They're oblivious, I feel like, to their own patterns in life. And that's why no matter what happens, they always show up the same. I think they've been this way to everyone, honestly. I just think it's their modus operandi. Do you know what I'm saying, pile number 3? I think it's just the way they operate. And I think it's going to take a lot for this person to, you know, truly, because I feel like a lot of their behavior is very unconscious. So I feel like it's going to take them a lot to tap into, and they may start wondering, like as they get older, they may start wondering, what am I doing wrong with my life? Or why haven't things turned out the way I wanted them to? And they may come to you and try to talk to you. They may also become very unhappy with their life too, with whatever choices that they did make. If they did pick someone else to have a child with, or if they did pick some other thing besides you. I do think they're feeling very lost or stagnant as a result of that decision. And, you know, you may see them try to come back around with the Fool. You may see them try to entice you again, or think that they can have a second chance with you. But, you know, I'm just getting the word miserable. I do feel like this person is miserable at times, okay? Because they don't really know how to express themselves emotionally. And they get very lost, you know, without someone to kind of like anchor their energy. And I feel like you're a person that can do that, pile number 3, but I don't know if you're really like up for that, honestly. I think you guys are focused on new love. Look at that on the bottom of the deck, the 2 of Cups, okay? And if this person does try to come back, they may find out that you've moved on, okay? With the 2 of Cups and the Chariot. And some of you may have a Cancer coming in your life, or maybe a Scorpio or something, or an air sign. Like an Aquarius is also what I'm seeing here too, okay? So I feel like here's a better way to relate to someone, where we're relating to each other on an equal playing field and people are being very emotionally honest with one another, versus, you know, people who never intend to follow through on what they're doing and then popping back up again to see, quote unquote, what's going on. Do you know what I'm saying, pile number 3? So I think you're actually on a way better, this person is lacking passion in their life. And I think, you know, they miss the excitement that they had with you, but they don't understand that I feel like you've gotten laser focused on what it is that you want and cultivating the life that you want, and that you have some very real standards. And if they try to approach you, I feel like you guys are going to come off as being super picky to this person, but it's not. It's just you guys know your value and your worth, okay? And that's on period, pile number 3. Isn't that what the Gen Zers say? and that's on period or something like that. Anyway, pile number 3, you can correct me in the comments if I said that wrong, but I thought that that was a good way to end your reading. Pile number 3, keep pursuing your passion, keep shoring up your resources, and keep doing what you do, because you're gonna head down a successful path, okay? And it may look different than you thought, and there may be stops along the way, but ultimately, I feel like this is all being worked out for your highest good, okay? Pile number 3, thank you so much for joining me today. And if you enjoyed this reading or you resonated with it, be sure to leave me a comment, like the video. I love every single comment. I read every single comment. And if you enjoy my readings in general and you want to show me a little bit of love, I do have a tip jar in my description box. Thank you so much, pile number 3. And thank you everyone who came to their reading today. Take care.